everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio. I hope everyone is doing well today. I have made a last minute decision to jump in on a challenge project that is being hosted by Jodi Creations, and it's hashtag ABCJLC. I came across it watching Bella Creations, and Belle was doing a video on one of the makes, and it looked interesting to me, so I hopped over to Jodi's channel to watch the first few episodes, and I really liked the idea of the challenge, and so I thought I would jump in. At this point, they are up to the letter C, so I'm going to do A today, which I'll publish. It'll be out on Monday, and then I'll do B and C on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that'll get me caught back up. Jodi, excuse me, does a little spinner for each of the letters on every 2 weeks. And so C came out this week. She does it on Wednesday. And so 2 weeks from this past Wednesday, she will do D. And what she did is she has a Facebook group, and she asked for words that begin with the letters of the alphabet. And she's compiled all those together, and then she has a spinner app, and she puts all those words in the spinner app. And she spins it 3 times for 3 prompts, and then she spins it 1 time for a bonus prompt. So you get a total of 3 prompts and a bonus prompt that you can choose to do or not to do. In today's, I am doing the bonus prompt. So, with that being said, and be sure if you're going to participate to use the hashtag ABCJLC. You can also join her Facebook group, which I have not done yet, which I plan to do later today, to keep up with the prompts and everybody's makes. But you can always do a search on Instagram or Facebook or, any other platform you use using that hashtag, and it'll show you everybody's work that they're doing for the collaboration. Jodi, thank you. I think this is going to be a really interesting challenge, and I look forward to seeing your videos. Belle, I look forward to seeing yours as well. I always enjoy your videos. You're both very entertaining and have great journal making abilities and great personalities to go along with it. So, with that being said, we're going to get started. So the prompts for A were asymmetrical, accordion, acetate, and the bonus was artist. Now, I'm going to be doing my makes on these index cards, which are just, graph index cards, regular 3.5 by 5s. And I'm going to store them in my little vintage metal box here that I got probably at a thrift store or something, but I bought it because it was full of old cards that had old writing on them. But I am going to be using these, and I'm just writing the prompts on the back so I know what they were. So, some of mine are going to go up and down like this, like today's make, and then some of them are going to go the regular way. So, I'm going to start with this German text because accordions, the instrument, are a German instrument for the most part. And so I thought it would be cool to put some German text in the background. And so that's where I'm going to start. And we're going to put that down first and then ink all around the card. And then we'll do my collage. Most of my makes will be a collage because that's what I like to do. And this is just a good exercise to do, you know, that's not going to take a lot of time, but it's also going to be kind of like a mind clearing little warm-up project. Or a project for when I get stuck on a journal or whatever. Just something I can do where I'm still making something, you know, but may not have a lot of time, or maybe in the middle of preparing, you know, for my next journal or my next make. I think this will be a good little thing to have going on. I'm going to use gather twigs, I think, for my inking today. I like it because it's a good middle ground brown, especially if you're using old book page. I think it goes really well. Do it a little heavier on the edges and then just kind of knock that white out a little bit. Okay, so there's my background to get started. Now, for artist, which is the bonus prompt, I have this image, which is from a portrait that is in the Metropolitan Art Museum. I have a calendar that I found at the Goodwill. And I'll show you that in just a second here. It's just an old calendar book, but it's called Women in White. And, or actually it's an address book, but it has all these images in it that are pictures of women that are in portraits or paintings, or, you know, from all different artists that are in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And so I thought that was really cool. I paid $1.99 for it. And actually, I probably paid, they have a thing to where if you buy so many books, you get like, they end up being around 99 cents to $1 a piece. So if you buy, you know, several. So that's probably what I did. Okay, and then I have this little, this is an accordion. And this is just a image that I found in one of my books. And it looks like kind of a vintage accordion or an antique accordion. So that is my accordion. And then for asymmetrical, I have several things. And I have pears are going to be my main asymmetrical little item. Asymmetrical is anything that is not balanced. In other words, if you were to draw a line right down the middle of something, are the sides equal or are they not? In the case of a pear, the top of the pear is smaller than the bottom of the pear, and so it is considered asymmetrical. Most vegetables, fruits, leaves, rocks, a lot of things in nature are asymmetrical, as well as the human face. Most people's human face is not symmetrical unless you're just, born lucky and you have a beautiful symmetrical face. There's usually something about your face that's not symmetrical, whether it be your smile or, you know what I mean. So the face would also represent something that is asymmetrical. This butterfly would be considered symmetrical, but when I take it and I am going to put part of the butterfly on here and cut the other part off, then suddenly it becomes asymmetrical because this wing is not as even as this wing. In other words, this wing is bigger than this one, so suddenly it becomes asymmetrical. But I want to use that because it is acetate. I also have some leaves that are on acetate, and they are, again, asymmetrical because the number of leaves on this side of the stem do not equal the number of leaves on that side of the stem. I hope that all makes sense. That's my asymmetrical lesson for today. So my idea is to put some of these leaves on here. We've got our accordion. We've got our little pears. I've got a letter A, and again, this letter is asymmetrical, but it also represents the letter that we're doing. So I'm going to put it on here somewhere, probably right there. And then, like I said, I'm going to use just a partial of the butterfly. I just am not sure at this point. What I may do is give her wings, kind of like that. Kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think that's good. So that's what we're going to do, is glue it down so it looks kind of like that, if all goes well. If I want these leaves, instead, I don't know. Alright, so let's start gluing some of this down and see. See, I hate to waste this big one because a lot of it's not showing. We may use these, even though I have a ton of these because I'm not the biggest fan of those. But they do work well for some projects. Okay, I'm just going to use a glue stick because I think, actually, these are not completely see-through, so I could probably use art glitter glue or something. So since we know that's going there, And then we know that the wings are going on her. I'm going to glue the wings on first. And I'm going to cut that and save the other half because I don't need but half of it. We may put the A up here. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay. So let me ink that. And like I said, you don't have to do the letter. But I just wanted to have something in my collage that reminded me what letter it is, as well as the prompts on the back. But that's obviously your preference as to what you want to do. Okay, so let's glue her down. Okay, and then let's glue our accordion down. I think I already inked it once, but we'll do it again just for good measure. Okay, and then these leaves will come next. I think I'm going to have them go this way. So I'm going to cut it off. And then we're going to put our pears on. Remember, whoops, sorry about that, guys. Remember, when you're doing a collage, it doesn't have to make total sense. You know, there's should be something that combines it together, but you know, you definitely do not have to make it to where it makes total sense. I want to lay one of these down and I can't decide. Actually, I think I want that one behind. Yep. Get it down behind there before the glue sticks real well. do you want to... I'm going to scoot that one up because I want to cover her. Actually, I'm going to scoot it down and then I'm going to put another. I'm going to cut some of this off and put up there. Oh, don't stick yet. There we go. It's because I want to cover that hard edge right there on the bottom. Trim that off so it'll fit in my box good. All right, so that simply we have the first one done. And again, we have asymmetrical, we have our accordion, we have our acetate, and our bonus artist. So that quick. Again, if you want to join, it's Jodi Lewis Creations, hashtag ABCJLC. And like I said, she does have a Facebook group. And you can see the prompts every 2 weeks on Wednesday, where she'll put each letter into the spinner. So thank you, Jodi, again. I think this is going to be a fun one, and I'm going to work the next couple days to get caught up. So I'm ready for the next letter when that video comes out in a couple weeks. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.